and into Greasy Creek River, but only one passenger was found at the scene. WYMT's Jade Saylor spoke with deputies about the ongoing search for a man still missing.
When Leslie County deputies arrived on the scene of a car accident Saturday in Greasy Creek River, they found one female passenger.
I was not on scene when they airlifted her, but she was airlifted to a hospital, unknown her condition at this time.
At the accident, deputies learned there was a male passenger in the car, and as of Monday, he is still yet to be found. A search opened up Saturday night.
We started about a mile up Greasy, that's Highway 2009. Yesterday went all the way down to the dam at the high school, so that's a pretty good stretch of water. They searched yesterday. Today we've searched a little bit over a mile and a half of Riverside. We're going to continue to keep on searching down further river.
Monday makes day 3 of searching. Tuesday, they plan to look more in depth with help.
We have crews coming in from different counties with boats, sonar. Multiple people's requested to come out with kayaks. We're going to try, once the water's still going down, once it gets not as dangerous kayaks, we're going to get in kayaks.
With the river being high throughout the past few days, the hope is that the sonar can scan anything the human eye cannot see.
These boats are like little river boats. They have sonar capabilities. They're able to see, like, this river has a bunch of big rocks and caves. They're able to see under logs and inside the rocks of any objects in there that could possibly be the male subject.
Deputies, family, and community members will continue to search Monday evening. In Leslie County, Jade Saylor, WYMT Mountain News.
Deputies are not releasing the names of those involved, but say if you have any tips to please call the Leslie County 911 Center at 606-672-2986. A Whitley County man was arrested Sunday night after police say he hit his niece with a car. Christopher Mullins was arrested late Sunday. The citation says that Mullins' niece was walking behind his truck when he hit her, causing life-threatening injuries. The citation also said a field sobriety test was given to him and he was determined to be under the influence of marijuana. He was charged with first-degree assault. We are learning new information about a standoff situation yesterday in Pulaski County. We now know deputies arrested 2 people in the case. They say Devin Owens led them on a high-speed pursuit. Owens stopped at Eastway Market. That's when the passenger, Clarence Lee, got out. He told deputies Owens handed him an AR-15 and told him to shoot at deputies. Lee said Owens had the rifle and 2 handguns in the car. Somerset police were called to Quality Inn. That's where the standoff happened. Owens eventually came out. He is facing gun and drug charges. Lee was arrested on outstanding warrants.
And it's been a nice quiet day around the mountains today. Still plenty of sunshine even as that sun starts to set. It's looking pretty nice out there in the sky. A look outside from our vantage point here out the front door at WYMT. Just a few high clouds out there. Otherwise looking pretty nice. Downtown Whitesburg, you see those clouds moving in. No weather worries out there though. One thing we have to keep an eye on. Notice the temperature's at 56, but the dew point's at 18. That means we don't have a whole lot of moisture around the area. And what that especially means is that once we get those winds cranking up a little bit more tomorrow, we're going to have to watch for the potential for the fire danger out there. Low to middle 50s around the region this evening. Even a couple of upper 40s already working in. Wise at 48. We're going to continue to see some chilly weather work in during the overnight because, yeah, we're going to have some high clouds, but they're not going to do a whole lot to block what's left of whatever heat we got today from escaping out into space. So we're down into the 30s for lows tonight under partly cloudy skies. I'll have the latest on the nice weather continuing coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. Tonight at 7 on Issues and Answers, I talk with meteorologists to reflect on the historic and devastating tornado outbreak of March 2nd, 2012. Our conversation gives you a chance to hear behind the scenes thoughts and feelings of people who were working as the disaster unfolded. We talked about the challenge of tracking those weather systems, all while knowing it's affecting people you know.
The education that we have is saying it, and the understanding is saying this is what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
But when you see that, and you know the area, it floors you for a minute. And that's why I was so shocked to actually see a tornado of that size go through there.
Of course, former WYMT Chief Meteorologist Jim Caldwell there, along with morning forecaster Brandon Robinson and a meteorologist from the National Weather Service, are all my guests tonight at 7 as we mark the upcoming 10th anniversary of the tornado outbreak. Jim, Brandon, and myself were all on the air that night as those tornadoes came through, a night we'll never forget. On Friday, the CDC eased masking guidance for about 70% of Americans. Reflecting the new guidance at his briefing Monday afternoon, Governor Andy Beshear announced effective March 1st, tomorrow, the state government will be mask optional for employees and visitors. Thanking state employees, Governor Beshear said they have something to celebrate.
We didn't have one major Omicron outbreak that required us to stop providing a service for any period of time during the most contagious virus we've seen in my lifetime.
The governor said everyone should try to support folks who may still want to wear masks for any reason, saying he would likely still wear a mask in the Capitol. Well, here's a look at today's COVID report in Kentucky. The state added 671 new cases today, bringing our state total now to more than 1,277,000. Kentucky also added 34 new deaths today, increasing the state total to 13,856. The positivity rate continues to drop, now down to about 8.5%. The search for the man accused of killing 32-year-old Jordan Morgan has come to an end. Shannon Gilday was found and arrested early this morning. He was found walking along Barnes Mill Road and taken into custody by the Madison County Sheriff's Office. Jeremy Toms has been following the investigation.
Shannon Gilday took a short, silent walk to a KSP cruiser to be escorted to the Madison County Jail.
Mr. Gilday, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Gilday was found around 4:30 Monday morning, only a mile or so from the home on Willis Branch Road. He's accused of invading, but Hall says they don't believe he has been in Madison County throughout the course of this search.
Just based on some information we have learned, obviously Mr. Gilday was located on foot in the area. His vehicle was located elsewhere.
KSP says the 23-year-old Gilday forced his way into the home of Wesley Morgan last week, injuring him and killing his daughter Jordan. The former state representative believed he had wounded Gilday that night, but Hall says that is not the case.
No, Mr. Gilday was not injured during the home invasion or the gunfire exchange with him and Mr. Morgan.
Hall added that the Madison County Sheriff's Office was able to take Gilday into custody without incident, and they are grateful for that.
We're just thankful for the community, the people, other agencies, all the efforts, and everyone just remaining vigilant. And with their help, we were able to apprehend him, and hopefully we're closer to bringing this to a resolve.
As Jeremy Toms reporting, Gilday is facing multiple charges, including murder and first-degree burglary. Jail officials now tell us he'll be arraigned on Wednesday. Court documents show that bond was set at $2 million cash. There is renewed debate in Frankfort to legalize sports betting in Kentucky. A series of bills were filed today. One representative cited a poll that was released just recently about sports betting in Kentucky, where 65% of those polled supported the measure, while there are 26% against it. Meanwhile, 33 states have legalized sports betting, including every state that borders Kentucky except Missouri. Some say many are literally driving across the border to make wagers instead of leaving that money here in the bluegrass.
We can either bury our heads in the sand and tell people that they're not grown adults and they can't make these decisions, or, like I've said, we give them the opportunity to do so. We tax it, we regulate it, and we make sure it's done above board and give people the protections from their government that they deserve.
There are those speaking out against the legislation, saying promoted sports wagering will further impoverish Kentucky's poor by taking money out of the hands of families and shifting it to the gambling industry. Almost 1 year ago, we shared the story of a community in Martin County that relies on a token pump system to get water to their homes. They are seeing issues once again with the utility, but this time it goes beyond the normal wear and tear. WYMT's Buddy Forbes explains.
Getting the water flowing to Trace Fork Road in Martin County has been a battle.
And we fought for water for probably, my goodness, probably 20 years. And Abandoned Mines finally came in and they built this for us.
And the answer to those concerns created years of issues through what families consider an antiquated system.
We had to buy tokens to get water, put them on our vehicles, and a water tank, and drive it to our homes on this horrible road.
Still, though not the permanent flow they want, many families rely on the token station until a recent hit to the structure cut them off once again.
It's very degrading. It made you so angry, first of all, that somebody would be that low life to do something like this.
In late January, the station was vandalized, most of the metal and wires taken, along with the only source of water for at least 12 homes in the area.
Intentionally come in and damage a piece of equipment that provides water to customers, it's heartbreaking.
Tapping into familiar frustrations for those who tap into the water source.
But this is our way of life.
With Water District management saying whether disaster or delinquents, it will keep moving forward in its mission.
We're here to work with the community. We want to provide quality service. We want to provide quality water to our customers. It's really hard to do when people are intentionally damaging that at the same time.
Instead of just a repair, upgrades are planned for the token station to eliminate the physical token and make things digital.
Not just to fix the problems, but to correct them and make them better moving forward.
Restoring access while keeping a closer watch on those who are halting progress. In Martin County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Miller estimates around $5,000 in damages was done by the vandals, and he hopes to see the project move forward soon with a delay due to supply issues right now. The Kentucky Music Hall of Fame announced its upcoming 2022 induction class today, and this year's class includes an Eastern Kentucky native, Pete Goebel from Prestonsburg. Goebel was a bluegrass songwriting legend. Some of his well-known work includes songs like Big Spike Hammer, Blue Virginia Blues, and This Heart of Mine. He died in 2018. You can see more on the class of inductees on our website. A well-known former Hazard educator has died. Connie Johnson died Saturday in Lexington. He was a Letcher County native and Army veteran. Johnson was assistant director or director of the Hazard Vocational School for more than 30 years. He retired in 1999. His visitation will be Thursday from 11 until the funeral at 1 at Millward Man of War in Lexington. Connie Johnson was 87.
And more wonderful weather is on the way as we turn the calendar to March. I'll have the very latest on the way straight ahead.
And in this day and age, scammers are becoming more creative and in turn making scams more prevalent. We'll talk to some specialists about how to avoid becoming a victim.
WYMT News.